What's up, everybody? My name is CoalFire, and welcome back to Rainswept. Now, things seem like they're starting to pick up a little bit, but last time we played, it didn't seem like we made a whole lot of progress on the case. It seemed like more of it was just some of our own demons and backstory and figuring out what the hell was going on there. But we still have a case to uncover. So, without further ado, let's go. Yeah, we just woke up from that second nightmare. So, I don't know. Am I feeling a different outfit today? I think I might be feeling a little different, casual, formal, stressed out. Should we just go out in our sleepwear? Oh, yeah, looking fancy, man. I'm feeling that. Kick-ass coat. Let's do this. Should I leave? Let's get out of here. Good morning, Detective. We've got a couple tasks lined up for today. Brad is in Pineview, so we can have a talk with him. Dr. Martinez has also informed me that the autopsy report is ready. Jesus, the music just... Oh, I looked over at the guy who has his head sideways, and I thought his beard was his hair for a second, and I thought his head was just backwards. Like, we got some bigger problems going on here. So the autopsy's ready. Let's check out the autopsy. Well, Brad's in town for a very short time. We need to get to the autopsy, but let's go interview Brad real quick. If Brad's here already, we should go ahead and talk to him. All right, we can head to the station. Shall we leave now? Yeah, let's go. Yeah, let's not waste any more time. All right, lead the way. Oh God, do we have to walk all the way down to the station ourselves? I don't know if I can handle that amount of responsibility. Oh, it's really chilly today. It's cold here when it rains, and it was raining all night yesterday. Mark? Oh. Whoa! Hey man, you okay? Yeah, just got spooked. What a jerk. He was clearly driving beyond the speed limit. Oh, he's resumed his casual stance. I thought his leg was just sticking up there for a second. Ah, my photos! Don't worry, I'll get them for you. Boop, boop. Here's one. Boop, boop. And got that. Got that. One. There's still one more down here. Yeah. Oh, there's a puppy. Pupper. Pupper. Hello, Pupper. Hi, wee Pupper. Hey, buddy. Take the photo. Can I have that photograph? I don't want to damage the photo by snatching it. I guess I'll have to trade him for that one? What's a pup like that eat? Can we get like a chicken wing from the bar or something? What's up, Mark? Can I talk? That's not all. There are more Well, fuck you, man. Grandpa! Ah! Is that all you... Ah! Are you not gonna say anything else? Ah! Are you having a heart attack or something, man? I feel like I need to help you out. Hey, dude, can I have like a... Did he really kill her? That's what everyone says. Talk. Hey, Mark, do you have a bone or something I could give to that dog over there? Need the photo from it? I actually just dumped all that in the trash can outside. I'll have to dumpster dive. Sorry, Detective. I don't have anything in the cafe right now. Yeah, all right. Thanks, Mark. Pardon me, Mr. Hipster Man. Yes, better work. Got it. Pupper, I have a treat for you. Hey, boy, look what I got. Offer bone. Not interested, huh? So can't say I blame you. I wouldn't chew on it either. Well, fuck you, dog. Would you like something sweet, maybe? Dumpster. Do you have something? Yo! My name's William. You're the detective investigating this case, right? I sure am, William. Yeah, why do you ask? What's going on? I hear the local cops are trying to wrap this case up quickly. How do you know that? I've been listening in, keeping track. Honestly, as a resident of this town, hearing that doesn't make me feel safe at all. So, since you're not from around here, I'm hoping you'll handle things differently. Can't really discuss that with you, William. I get it. Can you tell me, though? Did you know Chris and Diane? I didn't, no. But then I barely knew anyone in Pineview since I've only been here for like 3 months. I do sympathize with what's happened, though. If it is murder-suicide, I can't imagine what they could have gone through that pushed them to it. It's really sad to even think about that. Have you noticed anything unusual lately, William? Not until the incident, no. The most unusual thing I can see is how the cops are handling the investigation. If it is murder and the killer is still about, oh, now I've got to be on my guard, me and my girlfriend. Where were you on the evening of the shootings? Around midnight. Right, I was at home, drinking soda and playing video games around that time. Can anyone confirm this? My girlfriend, Claire. We live together. We already know the answer to this question. No, I moved here 3 months ago. Fresh start and all, you know? Town's quality. It's been here a short time, but I'm already quite familiar with it. Mist-covered hills, small streets and markets, the slow pace of life. It's like the perfect place to escape from your demons of the past, you know? Well, isn't that a little topical? All right, William, we'll talk later. See ya! What am I supposed to give the pupper? Tuck. Didn't work. You rejected your bone, Mark. Ouch. Maybe something sweet would work? Can I check the trash can again? Or do I need to go buy a donut? I'm gonna, just for this dog, I'm gonna buy a chocolate donut. What am I... Can I ignore this little side quest? But Officer Blunt's there too, so I'm thinking that, I actually, just kick the dog. I'm sorry. I want to move on. I have a delicious fire hydrant here for you. Little shithead. Alright, cool. Well, I have completely lost interest in giving that guy his photos back. M? Alright, hospital is down on East Hills, which is off of Cathedral Street. So we need to go down to Overlook, over to Central, and then on to East Hills. So, Overlook. I can't leave until I figure what... Okay, well, fuck the dog. Okay, so... Old man. Hi, Grandpa. Oh! I'd like to buy one of your donuts. Seriously? Why are you so surprised? I thought you'd never eat them. Actually, I need to give it a dog, you see? The dog's got something... You want to give my donuts to a dog? Come on, Grandpa, I need help. I'll come back and eat your donuts some other time, I promise. Okay, hang on. Here's some biscuits instead. I don't think donuts are good for dogs. Awesome. Thanks, Grandpa. Oh! He's my favorite character. Just a senile old fart sitting in the middle of the road. Oh, I like him. Okay, eat the fucking biscuits, you little cunt. You want some of this, boy? Ah, you like it. Awesome. Yeah, good, delicious donuts. That's all of them. Wait a minute, what's this? Oh, hello. What's this car doing outside that? That's like... That's the day of the murders, about 20 minutes before it happened? That's very, very interesting. I should ask Johnny what he knows about this picture. Well, he fucking took it, didn't he? Johnny? You might have just cracked this case wide open. Johnny, did you click this photograph? Yeah, I did. Isn't that Jack's car? Yeah, nice car, isn't it? I was passing by that day and look. Did you see anything else? See anything? No, I just took the photo and... Did you see anyone? Jack, Diane, Chris? No, Chris wasn't there that day. His car wasn't. I think Diane and Jack were in the house, but... Johnny, can I keep this photo? It'd really help us out. I think so. I've got the negatives. I can just make another copy. Oh... You think you might have any other photos like this that could help? Not really. I don't know how much a photograph would be helpful to you. Can I have a look at the others? I don't have any more here. They're all up in my room at home. Alright, Johnny, can you tell me... Where were you the night of the shootings? I was at home, with Granny. I think I was home by 9? You can ask her. Did you know Chris and Diane? Not really. I knew what everyone else did. They would fight a lot. They weren't very friendly with the rest of us. You noticed anything unusual lately? Nothing really. New faces in town, perhaps? Well, there's that Anav fellow, but he's here on a holiday, stays in the same hotel as you. But I think he came here after that night, so I don't know. Alright, thanks for your help, Johnny. Officer, we got work to do. Oh, man. Okay, so Jack, the mechanic, was there that night. Hello, ma'am. Who is it? Ah, you're that detective, aren't you? Come to ask me about the murders. Something troubles you, boy. What is it? What do you mean? I know a troubled soul when I see one, detective. But I understand that you don't have the time for such questions. That's good. Neither do I. Now, what is it? Where were you on the night of the shootings, Miss Brown? I went to bed around 9 p.m. Johnny could probably confirm that. He was home with me, too. Oh, I clicked the same one again. What can you tell me about Chris and Diane, Mrs. Brown? They were doomed from the start. Why do you say that? I told you, I know a troubled soul when I see one, and those two, I've seen it so many times over the years. One can always tell. Others will tell you they were very much in love, but something wasn't right. I always knew that. And then when things really did start going wrong, everyone heard about it. I don't really care about the rest of your answers. Boop, boop. And then, what's up, gamer dudes? Played that Adventures game? No, not yet. Hi, guys. Boop. Oh, we haven't been on the street yet. Anna G. Convenience store. Oh, that's, Anav. What's up, Anav? How you doing? Recognize that mustache anywhere. You know, some of the people here are quite nice. Mark's pretty friendly, for instance. Mrs. Patterson's great, too. The others have been giving me funny looks. I guess they're just a bit paranoid after the incident. I can't blame them. I heard the victims was an outsiders, too. I also heard the cops aren't taking the case seriously. A couple of days here and I've heard so much. Word really seems to travel in Pineview. You know, I can't say I disagree with that. Must be useful for you, hearing all sorts of things from everyone. It's quite the opposite. That's it, Kitty. Anyway, see you later. Cold beer and soda. Hey, dude. Bye-bye. So this town has a hospital. Like, I get that, like, a town this size would probably have an urgent care center, but it has a hospital. What's up, dude? Hey, whoa, you catch that douche that did the shooting yet? No, and I can't discuss the case with you. That's too bad. Yeah, that's too bad. Listen, you catch me investigating, you teach me investigating, I'll teach you skating, grinding, even let you borrow my ride. No. Oh, that's too bad, man. Right, I got moves that need busting. I'll see you later. That was the perfect voice. Okay, so we need to go on East Hills Road. Are we on Central right now? No, there's Happy Valley. Where the fuck are we? Did we go to Aspen Street instead of East Hills? I think we need to... Ah, crap. Alright. That would be a cool fast travel system if you got a skateboard, though. Okay, there's Central. Yeah, back to Central Street. Okay, so we need an offshoot. East Hills, there it is. We got to talk to Skateboard Dude, though, so that's pretty neat. Pineview Medical Center. Jesus, the windows are broken. How old is this building? Old. Very old. Dr. Martinez makes up for it. He's great. He's in charge of the autopsy. You should be inside. Let's go. Onward and inward, my dear lady. Boop. Boop. Should we go in? Go inside. Oh, that's not ominous noises. Not at all. Not at all. What voice do I give you? Hello, Detective Stone. Officer Blunt. Hello, Doctor. How are you? Oh, just the usual. you know. This is a sad, sad case. Living in Pineview, I don't see these often, thankfully. Anyway, shall we begin with the report? Who'd you like to hear about first, Detective? Diane. Let's see Diane first. Alright, give me a minute, please. And one more thing. Oh, they even got like a little toe tag on her. Oh god, are we actually gonna have to do some investigating on her? The victim is Diane Miller, age 24. Examine torso. A large amount of soot soiling and burnt hairs around the wound indicate that the shot was taken at close range, so maybe a distance of less than 10 centimeters. The victim was shot in the upper abdomen. The bullet traveled through and hit her lower ribs, made its exit through the back. The shockwave from the round managed to rupture the heart without directly penetrating it. This caused a hemorrhage and instant loss of consciousness, immediate death. Jeez. Hands. There isn't any sign of struggle in the arms or anything to suggest that Diane could have fired the gun. It's hard to say whether she held the gun at all, but the fingerprint report would probably reveal that. But it's worth noting there are old scars from Diane's forearm, some more than a few years old. It's possible that she or someone else had harmed her more than a couple of times, possibly using a blade. Potential self-harm. We can't rule out one or the other, but that was my first thought. Is there anything else you can tell us about that? Any more details? It's hard to say about anything more about this detective. The scars are very old. Toxicology report shows that Diane was under the influence of alcohol during the shooting. Diane? Only Chris had the wine when we saw him at the scene. Maybe she had just had a little bit from Chris? The amount indicated on the report shows much more than that, officer. Huh. We didn't find any evidence in the house that would suggest they'd been drinking anything before that. Maybe they'd gone out that night and had drinks somewhere else as well? Good point. Where could they have gone? We should look into it. Conclusion? What do you think, Dr. Martinez? Well, there's not much to conclude other than what I've already discussed. Someone shot Diane from close range. The wound matches the rounds in the gun found at the crime scene. There are signs showing physical trauma from her past, but nothing to suggest any physical abuse on that day or in recent months. Let's take a look at Chris now, Doctor. Of course. And one more thing. What? I can't let you do this alone, Detective. You need my expertise. Well, actually... Doctor, shall we begin? Of course. Victim, Christopher Green, age 26. Examine head. You can clearly see a hard contact wound on the head caused by firing a handgun. You can see there's a small stellate-shaped hole in the side of the head on the temple. The skin around this is black and seared, residue from the gun, and abrasion from overstretching of the skin. This is the entry wound. On his left, you can see a bigger irregular wound and secondary fractures of the skull. This is the exit wound. Large part of the ear is also missing. Examine hands. Examination of the victim's right hand shows clear traces of gunshot residue. I knew it. Chris's toxicology report shows alcohol content in the system. He did have that glass of wine on the table. The amount indicates much more than just a glass, officer. Probably from when they'd gone out earlier that night. If they did, yes. Conclusion? What do you think, Dr. Martinez? The trauma to the brain caused by the bullet and subsequent blood loss were the cause of death. The gunshot residue strongly suggests that Chris was the one to fire the gun. There's no evidence of another person physically forcing him to do it either. No marks on Chris that suggest any sort of struggle. He shot himself. It's definitely a suicide. I knew it, of course. Ha! Honestly, it could have been Chris that shot Diane. It could have been someone else too. It's hard to say from these results. It's pretty simple. Probably just had another one of their arguments that night. The alcohol must have not helped either. Chris was probably too drunk. He did pour himself a glass at home. There were 2 glasses. Doesn't really fit your narrative, does it? Whatever. Maybe he was trying to make up to her? Anyway, he poured himself a drink as they continued arguing. She went upstairs to change. In a fit of drunkenness and rage, he grabbed his gun, maybe just to scare her. But when she came downstairs again, he'd had enough. Before she could say anything, he shot her. Then he realized what he'd done in his drunken state and shot himself. That's it. Ryan, please. Doctor, if that's the case, wouldn't Diane's blood be on Chris from backspatter? Not necessarily. Backspatter depends on a few different conditions. The velocity of the rounds and the region of the wound are 2 of them. As expected. Anyway, I should get going. I've got more important work to finish. Oh, can we add a murder to this investigation? I'll confess to it and finish this. I just, kind of want him dead. We should be heading back too. Detective? Go on ahead. I'll catch up. I wanted to talk to Dr. Martinez about something. All right then. See you soon. Oh, my blackouts and shit. Yes, Detective? What is it? Well, I've recently been having bad dreams, and when I wake up, I can't move my body for a few seconds. It's like I'm awake. I'm sure I am, but I can't do anything. I can't move or speak. I also see things. Terrifying things. I haven't slept properly in days because of it. Well, Detective, what you're suffering from is called sleep paralysis. It's completely harmless. Seriously? As the name suggests, your body is paralyzed, and sleep even when your mind is awake. Often people witness visual or oral hallucinations as well. There's nothing to worry about in regards of paralysis itself, apart from being a completely terrifying experience. Gee, thanks. Might be a symptom of another issue, though. When did this start? My first night here in Pineview. Anything stressing you out? This case, maybe? It's nothing worse than what I've seen before. I don't think it's stress exactly. Might not be the case then. Try to identify what it could be and try dealing with that. I could prescribe you some sleep medicines, but I wouldn't want you to become dependent on them. It'd be better for you just to try and relax. Talk about anything that may be bothering you, and if you've made any friends here. I'll consider it. Alright, I'll think about it. Whatever it is, it'll only get worse if you sweep it under the rug. Remember, Detective, anything driven underground thrives, and then it festers. So I hope you do follow my advice. I'm always here if you need me. Talk to me anytime. Thanks, Dr. Martinez. Alright. What do we have next? Detective, I wanted to talk to you about something. Yes? Officer Watts. It's his birthday tomorrow. Happy birthday to him. I thought we could all go out and celebrate it. You guys go ahead. You don't expect me to join, do you? Of course I do. It'll do so much good. We all need a break, too. Poor Ryan barely gets out much either. Since he had his first child. I've been planning to break him out of his dreadfully boring routine for a while now. What about his family? We'll spend most of the day after work with them. So we'll only take him out later. I don't like him. Stop being a baby, Detective. You don't even know him. Don't worry, he'll appreciate the company. So you'll be there, right? Do I have a choice? No, you don't. Settled in. Cool, I'm excited. God damn it, Blunt. I like you. N. Meet Brad at the Sheriff's Department. And that is back up East Hills, take Central over to Aspen, and then down Happy Valley. Cool. This way. Damn. That is really pretty. Kinda don't want to. We just like stay here for a little bit? Enjoy this? No? Okay. What's up, Blunt? Detective, Brad's here. I can just look again. That's cool. Hey, dude. What voice? I'm running out of voices, man. I don't know what voice to give you. Detective? Michael Stone, and this is Officer Blunt. I had no idea about this incident. I came as fast as I could. It's heartbreaking. I understand. Come on, let's discuss this inside. Through here, Detective. You don't have an interrogation room here? Not really. You'd ordinarily use the conference room in this such situation, but we got a water leakage problem in there these days. All that rain must be, right? It's water from the second floor washroom. Sorry about it, Detective, but this storeroom's the best we have for now. That's all right. Anyway, bring Brad in. We've got a lot to get through. I'm sorry. I'm still in a bit of a shock. I just got the news last night. I had no idea. It's a weird time. I'm getting married in a few days, and I was so stressed about that. I sent Chris an invitation, not knowing if he'd respond. I hadn't talked to him in months, and then this. I can't believe it. I'm just shocked. Sorry I'm repeating myself over and over. That's alright, Brad. How long had you known Chris? We met during high school. That's when we decided to major in business. We're lucky enough to get into the same university. He had a knack for it. He'd been helping his uncle run his restaurant since he was 12. Uncle? Chris lived with his uncle. He took him in after Chris had been shuttled between his parents and foster homes for years. I see. What was Chris like? I assume you knew Chris well. What was he like? Chris, he was ambitious as hell. Driven, optimistic. He felt inspired by something. He'd do anything to achieve it. How was he with people? Did he get along with everyone? Or was he generally an agreeable guy? Funny you should ask that. I didn't really understand him sometimes, you know? He'd always keep to himself. Didn't want to bother with people. Kind of worried me at times. But I just didn't understand the concept of introversion at the time, I think. I'd do stuff like skip parties just so he wouldn't get lonely on a Saturday night. That bugged the hell out of him. Would he get into arguments with people? Short temper or anything? Oh no, not at all. I don't think I'd ever seen him lose his temper. Nah, he just liked his own company, I think. What was Diane like? I didn't really. I'd only met her a couple of times through Chris, after they'd started dating. Whatever I knew about her was mostly from what Chris had told me. She definitely had a power over him, though. He was smitten. He'd never seen him like that. Did Chris talk about Diane with you? Did he tell you anything at all? Yeah, he'd share things from the first couple of months. After the New Year's party, she didn't get back to him. He'd asked for her phone number that night, but she didn't give it. She said she'd find out his number and call him, if she wanted to. The wait, the lack of response, contact, or even a single call drove him slightly crazy. By the time she did call him, he was done. He was completely into her. The uncertainty made it want her bad. Ooh. Oh. Hi. Hi. Diane. It's good to see you again. Oh, it's good to see you too, Chris. I didn't think we'd be meeting again, actually. Been waiting for you to call. Holy cow, easy with the desperate tone, boy. You've been waiting for? Forget I said anything. Where are we going? It's a surprise, Chris. It's my turn to show you something cool. I got you something. Oh, really? It's a book. You said you wanted to travel, right? Go somewhere far away? The Dreamer's Guide to the World. This book is written to inspire people like you. That's really sweet, Chris. Thanks. Well, this is us. Come on. Right, here we are. I got something cool to show you, but first, we'll need that boat. Is that your boat? No. Are we stealing it? We're just borrowing it, Chris. Come on, you're not scared, are you? I know you're not. This isn't right. I don't want to steal. He only probably lives close by. What if... Oh, come on, Chris. You're just taking it out for a bit. It's not going to be a problem. Plus, I've done this before. It's going to be fine. Oh, all right. Yay! See if you can get the boat started. God damn it. I don't like you, Diane. I don't like you. Push. The boat is tied to the post of the rope. I need to get rid of the rope and the post before I can get the boat in the water. Exit. Doop, 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 doop. Boop, boop. Pull out. I can't pull these. I need something stronger to help me out. What? What are we supposed to be doing? Hold up. Let me look. There's a rope holding it in. A bunch of posts have collapsed around the boat. There's no way I'm getting the boat in the water before I clear them off. Okay, can I do? Exit. No. Do I need to use the car? Gasoline? Red truck. I wonder if it belongs to the boat's owner. Key's still inside. I don't like this. He could be anywhere. You're thinking too much. There's not anything to be worried about. What if he has a gun? He doesn't have a gun, Chris. How do you know? I don't. Drive. I'd really love to get out of here, but I'm not going to drive away in a stolen car. Search. Car's open. Keys in here, too. There's a fuel canister in the back. There's a bunch of tools. There's a pair of gardening scissors might come in handy. Take the scissors. Cut something. Why do I have to do everything for you? You dragged me out here. This was your idea. Okay, I can't cut it. Never mind. Cut rope. Alright, rope is off. Push. That's not going anywhere. Turn on engine. Gonna fill us up with fuel. Sit inside. Vroom vroom! That's cute. Exit. Rope to use. Do I need to... boop? Boop. Attach rope. Oh, I see what you're doing. Smart. What am I doing? Boop. Boop. Attach rope. Okay. Hope this works. Drive. Alright, now we can use... no fuel. Search. Take the fuel canister. Alright, got the fuel. Fill fuel. Car's filled up with fuel now. Drive. Alright, pull the post out. Let's go. I'm gonna wreck the car. Yep, I think we wrecked the car. That was so cool! That was vandalism. Boop. Remove fuel. Oh, got it all back. Put it in the boat now. Exit. Boop. Boop. Fill fuel. Filled up. Awesome. Push. Awesome, you did it! Alright, let's go. This is beautiful. Isn't it? I know you'd like it. I used to come here all the time a few years back. Just to get away from everything. It was my secret. Away from the real world. Why'd you stop coming? I don't know. I guess it wasn't enough anymore? Am I dreaming? Is this really happening? Ugh, just look at her. Is she even real? Alright, Chris, play it cool. Play it cool. Holy shit, that is gorgeous. Wow. This is incredible. Come on, I'll show you my favorite spot. We're gonna sit on the rock? I kinda wanna sit on the rock. Yeah. We're sitting on the rock, aren't we? Yeah. Oh, look, we even have reflections. Dude, that's awesome. That's awesome. Hi. Okay, I can't move. It's been years since I was here last. I'd come here and sit for hours when I was feeling overwhelmed. Alone? Yeah, it's the best way, isn't it? I'm happy you're here. Aw, come on. It's sweet, but really? I thought you liked your own company. Yeah, I do. Sometimes I can't really enjoy being alone, because that voice in my head starts worrying that I might be unwanted. What good is happiness by yourself if the world doesn't need or care about you? If people don't need you, is your happiness alone even valid? Of course it is! So I end up comparing myself to the cool kids, like I'm lesser. It messes with me. I can't really have a good time by myself. Who wants to fit in anyway? The weather seems to have taken a bit of a turn. A little bit? That's kind of a spoopy wind. Mostly I don't care. I enjoy working or spending time on hobbies, but it's like, what's the point of all the cool things you do or experience alone if nobody cares? And then, maybe doing great work you could help be a part of the picture. Maybe fame and recognition could help you claim a piece in the world. As if work or fame can make up for personal shortcomings. Never felt that way. Who cares what people think? I like being by myself because that means I don't have to deal with them. People can be horrible. Some of them. I'm just not interested in being a part of their shitty picture. Screw being admired or accepted, I think. Looking for that is a waste of time. But also, everyone feels that way, Chris. At least some of the time. Everyone fears the thought of not fitting in. It's not just you. Don't worry. Really? I feel like it somehow. Even people with fame, despite what you think. Most just don't show it. You're fine as you are. Everyone is. Don't be hard on yourself. Especially you. Intelligent, ambitious, good-looking, funny, and... She called me good-looking! So don't worry. Wait, why am I talking about all this sad and why am I talking about all this and embarrassing myself? Idiot, what's wrong with me? Should ask her something about herself. Forget that. It just bothers me sometimes. It's not a big deal. Tell me about you. I'll tell you what about me? Your friends. Friends. Yeah? I don't know how I feel about them. Actually, I'm not in a mood to talk about them. Tell me about yours. I have some good friends. Brad's one, and Emily. You know them. A couple of other guys I meet sometimes. It's mostly just me and Brad. Pretty close. Good for you. He's a great guy. Family and childhood? Wow. What? You chose a topic that I care the least about. Try again. Previous relationships. Dating anyone right now? Say no. No, it's been almost a year now. Yes! There are some guys. Some are great, some weren't. And not in the mood to elaborate. Alright. You? Same. About a year. Only been in a couple of relationships. They're fine. Nothing worth talking about. Not in the mood to elaborate. Hey, I was the one that brought it up. Alright. We'll talk to her about something else. Something she likes. What do you want in life? Jeez, I don't know. what I want in life. I've thought about it, but I just don't know. I can't look past my everyday life for the most part. You know, the whole me trying to get as far away from home as possible bit. That's all I can see as of now, and that's all I want in order to feel normal. I don't know about happy. Maybe once in a while I can think about things that'd make me happy. What are your passions? Passions, wow. You ask such loaded questions. Well, it's okay, I'm kidding. At least you're not just making small talk. I'm terrible at small talk. I know, Chris. You start talking about fireflies. Hey! Anyway, what was it? Oh, my passions? I don't know. I don't think I have any. Hobbies? Things you do in your spare time? I listen to a lot of music. I like that. What kind? Indie rock, mostly. Trip hop sometimes. Although I listen to all sorts, really. Even indulge in some boy bands once in a while. Really? Play anything? I own a guitar. Never got past the basic chords. So yeah, guess that's all. Tell me what inspires you. Inspires me? Nothing, really. Not everybody feels inspired the way you do, you know? Is there nothing that even, say, excites you? No, not really. When I was a kid, maybe. Damn. I do like how you ask me these questions, though. I like listening to you talk about these things. I don't know what keeps you inspired. It makes me happy. So what about you? What keeps you inspired? Man, well, settle down then. This might take a while. I've never described it. I've never tried describing it to anyone before. It's just an amazing feeling. Random things trigger it, mostly nature, music, or a film. For a second, those things really give me a tiny glimpse of something really, really beautiful. I know I probably sound crazy. It's like a vision. It's like a portal to another world, like a life I lived once, maybe in another dimension. It's like falling in love in a way, you know? It just feels different, magical, nostalgic almost, or like a dream. You know how dreams feel beautiful? I just feel that most of the time. I don't know. All I know is beauty overwhelms me. It's just so damn beautiful, Diane. And, well, that's what keeps me inspired. Man, did I just really tell her all that? Chris, wow. You have a connection with the dream world. And there are things you feel, and the things you are feeling insecure about are the stupidest, most irrelevant things. Like, honestly, who cares about things like being popular? And you've got that. Hey, grass is always greener and all that, right? Well then, it's a pity that we value things we don't have. Seriously, you should be an artist or something. I don't know what you're up to starting a business. Maybe. I'm good at this business stuff. Hey, pays the bills. You know, talking about it was actually kind of exciting. Maybe you could inspire me. I'd love to. Nobody's really interested in this stuff usually. I'm very interested. Oh hey, look, it's dark now. Stars have come out. Whoa. Diane, you are incredible for getting me here. The stars, look at them. The water, Chris. What? Whoa. Water is glowing. Why is the water glowing? Try walking in it. Whoa. Oh, bioluminescence going on there? Oh, we can actually walk. It's following me. The glowy stuff is following me. This is magic. Isn't it? This is the best thing ever. All right, come back. We should be heading back now. Really? Now you're worried about going back? It's getting dark. I don't want you to drown or something. Before I get to know you better, at least. Come here. Wait. Yeah. Look at it glow. Yeah. Are we gonna do the face mash thing? No. Wait. You know what? I regret this if I don't do this now. Do what, Chris? I think I want to swim in this water. Wait, what? This is gonna be so freaking cool! Oh, this is amazing. This is Diane. first time we've seen his eyes? After that, Diane disappeared from his life once again. Chris didn't hear from her for weeks. So, obviously, Chris couldn't believe it when she asked him to come over to her place all of a sudden. There's one thing with Diane, it's that unpredictability that drew Chris in, I think. Hey, Chris. Diane! Finally, I was beginning to wonder if you were ever going to call again. Of course I was. Why don't you just give me your number? This is so inconvenient. I always have to wait. I enjoy it. Anyway, there's no one at my place, and I've just ordered a pizza. Too much of it. You want to come over and help? Yeah, sure. Really? Yeah, I don't know why I'm taking the risk, but just come before I change my mind. Risk? So where's your place, and how do I get... Oh, no. I don't want to jump to conclusions, but is Diane like a serial cheater? Like, did she cheat on somebody with Chris, and then Diane cheated on Chris with somebody else, and... Oh, god damn it. Oh, I can't believe I'm actually here. Shut up. I never meet anyone at home. I don't know why I called you. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm sure your parents would like me? Yeah, sure. Parents? How old are they? I love this. What, making coffee? Yeah, moments like these. It's raining outside, we're just chilling, making coffee in this warm kitchen. Plus, we got a pizza on the way. So, stuff that's kind of normal? Doesn't make it any less beautiful. You always make observations like this? Not always. Only around you, I think. Is it annoying? No, not at all. I like it. It's just kind of new for me. Are they still in high school? You can check out that travel book I gave you? I didn't really get time. I did flip through it, though. Looks really interesting. I'm just waiting for the right moment so that I can enjoy it. You should read it. It's great. And we could really make a plan and work out how to execute it. Yeah, I will. When are your exams? Exams? Ones you've been preparing for, so you can study abroad? Oh, right, that. There's a few more months to go, so I'm not sure if I really want to take them, though. Why not? I was only taking them so I could get away from this place, but I don't know. Maybe there's a better way? I'm moving to Pine View soon. I'm looking around, found a couple of good places I could move into. That hotel I'm planning to start there, it could also work out. I've met the planning committee and just checked out a few possible sites, too. It's great! When do you think you'll move? Next month, hopefully. I really admire you, you know? What? You go out and do the things you want. You won't let dreams remain dreams. I admire that. Thanks. What's the bloody pizza? Can't wait anymore. Oh, there it is. Wow. I don't normally get to just lounge and eat pizza for hours. I could really get used to this. Why don't you, though? Oh, you know, just stuff. Anyway, thank you for coming. I mean, I'm glad you did. Oh, score. That's that look of shock. Was it bad? Did I do something wrong? Diane? This is getting a bit close for me. You shouldn't... Hey, you kissed me. I'm not joking. Neither am I. You said it yourself. The more you get to know people, the less you can stand them. That was different. Before I met you. You don't know me, Chris. When you do, you won't like who you'll find. I think I'll really like what I find, actually. I don't know that. If you let me, then maybe you should go. Diane, come on. Please, Chris, my parents are probably on their way home anyway. All right. If that's what you want, I'll go. Thank you, Chris. I'm sorry. After that, Chris and Diane just began to meet a bit more frequently. At the same time, I started seeing him a lot less as well. When'd you see him next? Detective, I think I need to be somewhere else in a bit. Is it okay if we pick this up tomorrow? Oh, of course. Thanks for your time, Brad. Yeah, no problem. Oh, that's it for today, it looks like. Alright, see you tomorrow. Night, Detective. Oh, man. I have to leave this episode here because my voice is getting really tired from all of that. That was just like, solid all the way through. But we're getting a lot more backstory. I'm really suspicious of Diane. I don't really know if I understand the whole timeline of their backstory yet, because it seems like maybe Diane's a little bit younger, living with her parents, studying for exams. I don't know if that's like post-college or if they're in high school, or I have no idea how old they are. So my first thought was that Diane was, I don't know, going behind her current partner's back to meet up with Chris, and the same cycle like happened again because we saw that Jack's car was there that night, and I don't know what to think, but we are digging into more and more of it, and this game just keeps getting more and more pretty, both in the visuals and in the music. The art style can be a little awkward sometimes, but I think it gives it more charm than it does detract from anything. Like that kiss, it was kind of funny. Like, it was punctual and powerful, but it was still kind of funny, just because the whole, like, stick figure animation kind of thing. But I'm still really enjoying this. These longer episodes are a little harder to do because it's just talking for an hour every single time. But I think we're gonna keep this up until we get all the way through. I don't know if we're like even close to a halfway point yet, but it feels like we are making progress, and that's what's important. This has been Rainswept. Thank you so much for watching. My name is CoalFire, and I see you next time.